Hi, my name is Sarah Holland, and this is a presentation for the Albuquerque City Council that will explore the issues of bike traffic within Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque is a great city to be a cyclist. Great year-round climate with plenty of sunshine and minimal precipitation promotes a healthy outdoor lifestyle. Over 400 miles multi-use and on-street bike paths and trails. 1.6% of the Albuquerque populace already gets to work on a bicycle. However, the statistics show a grimmer story. Albuquerque has been named the #1 most dangerous city in the country for pedestrian and bicycle-related fatalities and accidents. What are we trying to achieve here? Research the availability of bike paths and roads in the Albuquerque area and determine where improvements can be made to make cycling here better. Why is this good? A population of many cyclists will offset the carbon footprint of our city and attract outsiders who are seeking a new place to live. Also build a healthier population. Our current situation is that Albuquerque has a very high rate of crashes, injuries, and fatalities involving bicycles. Out of a total of 625 total crashes in the year of 2016, 4 were fatal, 26 victims were seriously injured, 178 victims had minor injuries, then the remaining injuries were minor or had none reported. Pedestrian motor vehicle traffic death rates are much higher in Albuquerque compared to the rest of the country. In 2006, the U.S. amount of pedestrian deaths per 100,000 was around 1.2, while in New Mexico the same statistic was at its highest, around 4.4. There is definite need for improvement. This is our project plan. To fix this deadly issue, we are going to need to attack from 2 angles. 1, Albuquerque has over 400 miles of roads and trails dedicated to cyclists, but those trails which are shared with motor vehicles need to be improved. How do we improve these shared roads? We create barriers to better separate the bicycle lane from the vehicle lane, safer crossing areas for busy streets, including flyover bridges, construction of new dedicated multi-use bike paths. This will relieve pressure from cyclists riding on roads which have no bike paths at all, like Wyoming Boulevard, for example. Number 2, Albuquerque Police Department needs to have bigger presence in patrolling motor vehicle traffic because Albuquerque simply has bad drivers. Albuquerque drivers have been rated the 2nd worst in the U.S. in 2015 and the 5th worst in the U.S. in 2018. A stronger police presence will help keep bad drivers in line and create a safer environment for the rest of the community. Project plan and costs. Installing plastic traffic barriers will protect cyclists from cars. The cost of a plastic traffic barrier is anywhere from $5 to $8. Let's assume the city can get a deal at $4 per barrier because we'd buy in bulk. Out of the 400 miles of trail in Albuquerque, let's assume 120 miles of the on-street bike roads will have the traffic separators installed. Spaced at a distance of 5 feet per barrier, the cost would only be $506,880. Hiring more police officers and boosting the police force will help pedestrians and cyclists by enforcing traffic laws for existing drivers. Albuquerque currently has around 940 officers. We are proposing 30 more officers to be hired for traffic enforcement. The starting salary of an APD officer is $58,000. The additional cost for 30 more officers would be $1,740,000 annually, a small price to pay for keeping our pedestrians safe. Constructing a new multi-use bike path would be a great way to protect cyclists from vehicles and encourage more people to ride their bike. For example, let's create a bike path that goes along Wyoming Boulevard from Paseo del Norte to Kirtland Air Force Base. This section of path would be around 12 miles. Asphalt is roughly $4 per square foot, and concrete is $9 per square foot. A 6-foot wide path over a distance of 12 miles would cost $1,529,640 for asphalt and $3,421,440 for concrete. If it takes a crew of 30 construction workers, making $40,000 annually, 6 months to build this path, the additional cost of around $600,000 for labor should be added to build these trails. These are small costs and will add value to our community if implemented. As for the budget, cost for 120 miles of traffic barriers is roughly $500,000. The cost for adding 30 new police officers would be roughly $1,700,000 annually. 12 miles of additional bike paths would cost around $4 million. This brings the total budget to around $6,200,000. This budget is a small price to pay considering the benefit it will bring to the community and our citizens. Conclusion: Albuquerque is a great place to be a cyclist, but it's also very unsafe. Valuable investments in infrastructure and police force will add tremendous value to the community while protecting pedestrians and cyclists and making Albuquerque a more desirable place to live.